Hey, naturally made up gang. This is the Caramel Olive Mama, and today I'm going to be bringing you some beginner makeup tips. So you just stay tuned. Alright, so step one, the first thing you want to do is you want to prep your skin. If you're going to be wearing makeup, most of the time people wear makeup for more than just a few minutes. So you're going to want to make sure that your skin, your canvas as I call it, is clean. Like 100% clean, where you can feel the air coming into your pores. So you want to start out with a really good cleanser of your choice, one that works for you. Okay, you can't use everything that everybody else uses, so you definitely want to make sure that you find one that works for you. If you already have one, then you're in good shape. If you need one, there are gazillions out here for you to use. All right, the next thing you want to do, part of the skincare process and prepping your skin, is get you a good moisturizer. You want to make sure that your skin is moisturized. You never know what the air quality is going to be like, so you want to make sure that your skin has all that it needs as far as moisture. And skin on your face is different from the skin that is on your hands, arms, and anywhere else on your body. So you want to make sure it's good and moisturized and it's ready to take on product. The next thing you want to do, which is still part of the skincare, you want to prime. Get you a good primer so that the makeup and the cosmetics and things that you put on your skin does not seep deep into your skin. You do not want it just laying in your skin and becoming a part of your skin, should I say. You want to make sure that you have a good primer. There are tons of those out there on the market that work, and that also helps your makeup stay on where it doesn't move and it doesn't go anywhere. All right, the next thing that you want to do is find the right shade for you in foundation. Foundation gives you a full polished look where everything is almost the same color as far as your base, and you definitely want to have that. So you don't have to spend a whole lot of money in the beginning. You know, you want to try things out and experiment, so you want to find a foundation that is close to your skin color. I always say check with someone who's about the same complexion as you, ask them what they wear, or go in the store and get matched up. That can be a nightmare during this particular time in COVID, because they can't actually, like in Sephora and places like that, give you a sample or put it on your skin for you. They'll be able to match you up with a clear board. But during normal times, you would be able to actually get samples and see which one would work for you, whether or not you have warm undertones or cool undertones. You know, all those things matter when you're looking for foundation. And I have struggled with it for 2.5 years, so I say make sure you know what you're looking for, or ask someone, you know, find the best shade for you. Okay, the next thing would be concealer. Concealer is super important. Like, I use it, people tell me, oh, you don't need this, you don't need that. Don't let folks tell you what you don't need, okay? Concealer is very important. Concealer is and they have all different types, all different colors, and you have to decide which one you're going to do. As a beginner, I would not say go brighter with the concealer. I would say get the same color concealer as you, or close to your complexion. What you're trying to do is hide dark spots that you may have. Like, I have hyperpigmentation under this eye more so than this one. So I do color correct and conceal this area really good. So that you want to find the right concealer for you. The next thing is your eyes. You want to work on your eyes. You definitely want your eyes to tell the story. You know, that's where most of the artwork happens on your face, is on your eyes. Yeah, you have other things, but as a beginner, you want to go with the eyes. You want to have something that's a neutral, nude type eye palette. Most nude eye palettes or nude eyeshadows kind of work the same. There's always, if it's a palette, it's always going to be a concealer. I'm sorry. No, not a concealer. It's always going to be an eyeshadow color that's very close to your skin in there, for the most part. Not all, but for the most part, palettes do have, or nude palettes have, something that's going to be a good color that's close to your skin. So you want to do those for the beginning until you learn how to mix and match and blend and so forth. Once you get that down pat, because that takes the longest. My eyes is always what takes forever for me. Once you get that down pat, you're pretty much good to go. If you can do your eyes, you can do anything. And I say, for me, personally, do your eyes before you do everything else. Then if anything is messed up on your eyes, you can wipe it off. You don't have to wipe off your whole face. But you have to do what works for you. You also want to look into an eyeliner that may work, and eyeliners make your eyes pop. They make them brighter, you know. So do eyelashes. They lift your eyes. Now ladies, don't go out here and get a whole pack of weave or hair and put on your eyes, because I'm sorry, I don't know who said that, and I know y'all hear that siren because I got my window open and it feels good outside. But I don't know who said that, but this on the eyes is so not attractive for a beginner. It's not attractive even for an intermediate or an expert in wearing makeup. So I would not suggest going and getting really, really thick, big lashes unless that's what you want, okay? Because you're gonna scare yourself if you don't follow what I'm saying. But yeah, I wear natural kind of eyelashes. I don't like mine too big, too long, and too dramatic. So that's kind of what works for me and has been for a long time. The next thing, all right, is gonna be lips. Now, since you're gonna be doing something really soft with your face, it's not gonna be a whole lot. You may not be contouring and adding blush and things like that at first. Play with your lips. Play with some color. Don't be afraid of color for your lips. Go with bright colors. Go with colors that match your undertone. Go with maybe the color that you have on that day. Bright reds, pinks, that family, oranges, if that works for you, especially if you're a brown girl, those colors do work. So definitely get creative with your lips. Make sure that they're lined up real good. And just create yourself, just experiment. All right, those are the things that I say are the basics. Okay, your brows and things like that, those things do take time. Unless you already do them and you already know what you're doing, then you're good to go. But if you don't, stick with the basics. That is going to pay off in the end for you, because then you'll continue to find ways to add and correct and clean up and make it look good. The last thing that I want to say is going to be tutorials. Watch tutorials on YouTube. Go to the counter when they open things back up like it's supposed to be and watch them put on makeup. Ask them what they're doing. The people at the MAC counter, the girls at Sephora, like those people have been doing this, most of them for a long time, so they kind of know what they're doing, and they are always happy, for the most part, to answer questions. If you know somebody else who's good with makeup, ask them questions. YouTube. I cannot say that enough. That is how I figured out how to do everything, and here I am 13 years later and I'm still learning. So you may not learn everything at one time unless you're extremely artistic. You can pretty much draw anything, then your face is the perfect canvas for you to draw on. Promise you that. However, I still say stick with YouTube and tutorials. It works. Google it. However, look for someone that's close in complexion with you. They may have the products that work for you to try. I mean, don't go out here and spend gazillions of dollars on it unless you're really ready to make that investment. And over time, I've had to make that investment because I've wanted to enhance as I've aged. And so now for me, I'm always looking at ways to better contour, better conceal, newer products and things like that. But as a beginner, look at the tutorials. What is it gonna hurt you? I did it. It helped me. Like, it really, really helped me. And I'm talking in the most recent times. When I look back at pictures and I see how jacked some of my pictures were compared to now and how I do my makeup, I'm like, what was I thinking? But that was what was going on at the time. So if you really want to know how to do things, just stay on YouTube. Please, like, there's so many beauty influencers out there. There's so many stores that have their own channels that tell you the do's and the don'ts as well. Sephora is one, and I watch that channel all the time. I also watch Jackie Aina. Jackie's really good for the brown girls. Trust me when I tell you, she has been on YouTube for quite some time, and her videos have truly, truly helped me. Now, everything that one person does may not work for you, but you'll get the drift because only you know your skin and your face better than anybody else, okay? So that's really all I have for you today. If you liked what you saw today, I'm gonna ask, okay? I'm gonna ask. Go ahead and hit subscribe, like the video, and hit the notification bell so you'll see when I put up new videos, and I'll be back with any questions or answers to questions that you may have. If you have any, put them down in the comments and I will answer them. I promise you I will, and I may even make a video just for you. But I do want to thank you for tuning in and watching. This is the Caramel Olive Mama, and I'm out of here.